Kamba komedia boys meso abo anogara akafurika nzeve dzavo dzinogara dzakavhurika zvese connected musharukwa kamba kwevanogaya mari meso abo anogara akafurika nzeve dzavo dzinogara dzakavhurika zvese connected musharukwa kamba kwevanogaya mari ndakubvunza mamuona here kamba kuvachitaura muteerere kamba kwepisa mamuona kamba kwearikuatano elemisei anokudza kuti zvinhu zvakamira sei uye zvemangwana zvichazopera sei eyadzimashuwa saka anyway you dey achipapapapa anyway you dey ngatutsira musoro boys dzangu kandizvo musada kupikisa munosvimba pipo vari kupikisa avo ndivana pingo kukeye kundosvibisa semagumu mango chemudiri boys dzangu chemutsindu vakarara muchinzwira mubondo uchida zvakawanda pamedia follow uchida nyaya dziri straight futi follow zvamunoda kunzwa zviri kuno zvamakamirira futi zviri kuno kambenge media ndoti to the fullest ukaona ndasimbisa icho ndatinyanyesti ndakutsira musoro boys.
Right, 31 March 2025, and as I said a few minutes ago, I would come back and unpack what is happening. And we've got a terrible situation that has happened right now, which is the drastic change of direction that has taken place. And I was talking to some people right now, less than 10 minutes ago, that there are new developments that have taken place that has necessitated the change of direction and the change of the whole statement that had been prepared by War Veterans leader, our blessed Geza. So in the afternoon, I was told that a statement had been made, had been prepared, and all the delays that you saw was because there is something very bad that has happened. So tonight, there is going to be, or there was supposed to be, a number of bombings in Harare, according to Geza, who just finished speaking right now. And these bombings are being led or prepared by Mnangagwa, the son of Mnangagwa, who is in the Zimbabwe military. He is supposed to, or is planning to plant some bombs in Harare. And Geza says, because of this development, he doesn't want to continue with the protests. What he's going to do is he's going to pause the protests. So the protest, I'm not talking about the stay away, I'm talking about the protest. So the protest won't happen from tomorrow until Wednesday. So there is a pause of the protest. There is no more protest from now. And what is going to happen is that on Wednesday night, Geza is going to come back with an announcement. And that announcement will be final. So there will be a final announcement on the departure of Mnangagwa. So Mnangagwa is going to be gone by the end of this week. That is what has been said. Mnangagwa will no longer be president of Zimbabwe by the end of this week. So I don't want to waste a lot of time, because I know that most of you have not watched the video by Geza. But let me unpack what is important. So let's start with the last thing that Geza said. So we're going to go to the exact video, and I'll show you the portion that I believe is very important. So I will take you to that video, then I'll unpack for you what is going to happen and what is important. So first and foremost, Geza said there are a number of people. So I will show you the people, but then let's go into the video right now.
My business, una advantage yokuba church uri Paradza. And also vanhu havachaonani muchechi yeSeventh-day Adventist, right? Manje wakuda kupinda kuwana upresident weZimbabwe through the back door uchikoptwa iwewe. Now, what's next? I've decided to call off the protest. This is because I've gathered intelligence of an evil plan. Sean Mnangagwa bought explosives. He wants to bomb certain targets tonight and blame it on me. This will be done to label me a terrorist. We had our peaceful protest today. Now, let's call it off for now. A statement has already been made. I'll come back to you on Wednesday with a very, very crucial announcement. This will change the direction of things and take us to a higher, new level. Thank you.
Okay, so I think let's unpack what has happened and why it is connected. But before I do that, let's call Sean Mnangagwa and see if he's going to answer. So Sean Mnangagwa is being accused of planting bombs. Very serious accusation. So if Sean is here, then let's see if he's going to say that he planted these bombs and is going to blow them up. I'm giving him a chance here, right now, Sean Mnangagwa, to answer. Did he plant bombs? Is he planning to kill people tonight? I am ringing Sean Mnangagwa right now. It's the second time that I've called Sean Mnangagwa on a live. And let's see if he's going to answer Geza's accusation that he planted bombs. So it's like how many minutes now? Okay, I've been going for 15 seconds. I'm just about to drop this. All right, he didn't answer. So Sean Mnangagwa has planted bombs, resulting in Geza not deciding or saying he's decided to end the protest. Not only that, there is a new development. Kuda Tagwirei is apparently being positioned to become the new president of Zimbabwe in the absence of Mnangagwa. So remember what I said yesterday. If Mnangagwa was to go and Tagwirei was the vice president after removing Chiwenga, then Tagwirei will become the president of Zimbabwe. So this was the game plan. And Geza is saying Tagwirei will never become the president of Zimbabwe. So I hope that you guys understand what is happening. Tagwirei is a key player in what is happening right now. He has just been elevated or co-opted into the Harare ZANU-PF Central Committee. Less than an hour ago, there's been an announcement to that effect. So what this means is whatever is going to happen going forward is no longer a protest. I hope that where you are right now, you understand what's happening. What is going to happen now is no longer a protest. What is happening now is an open fight. So starting tonight, there is an open fight that has been declared by Geza. It's no longer you that is needed. You have done your part. You have shown that you don't want Mnangagwa. You have demonstrated that the majority of Zimbabweans don't want Mnangagwa. Now what is left is to the military and to Geza and to whoever else is behind the scenes. What is happening now is no longer about Zimbabweans marching or going on the street or making a statement or blocking a border. We are going to the next level now, the biggest level ever, where one side is going to openly confront the other side and a result is to be given. There is going to be a result on Wednesday. Either Mnangagwa is gone or Mnangagwa is being made to go. So on Wednesday, we've got an important day. Tomorrow is just a day of rest. We are going to see a bit of silence But things are happening now behind the scenes. Mnangagwa is going to go by Wednesday. So that is what Geza said. In fact, he said by the end of the week. So Mnangagwa is going this week. That is decided. Who are the other people who've been mentioned? So let's look at other people who are mentioned here. Kuda Tagwirei, very corrupt, trying to reverse the land reform, trying to use his banks to place the title deeds and land into the hands of Mnangagwa and himself, and also causing confusion in the SDA church, and also trying to be the president of Zimbabwe through the back door. A very, very important accusation. And let's see if Sean Mnangagwa is answered here. Is Sean Mnangagwa trying to kill people? I do not know. Let's see if he's going to answer at some point. But this accusation has been made. It means the young man is now a target. So the young man is now a target. He is one of the people that ran away from Zimbabwe. The first person to run away from Zimbabwe was Sean Mnangagwa. You remember Sean Mnangagwa ran away, and I showed you guys that he went away earlier this month. If you go to Zimbabwe and you just write Mnangagwa flees Zimbabwe, you will see that Sean Mnangagwa has run away earlier this month. He was the first person to leave. So what this means is we've got a fight in front of our hands, and the number of people that are included has grown. So there is Mnangagwa himself, corruption and land reform issues, trying to extend his term to 2030. Mutamba, preventing protests, he was warned. Paradza, dressing ZANU-PF youths in uniforms. Machakaire, dressing young ZANU-PF youths in police uniforms. And Geza said the attack on citizens who are protesting is something that is not acceptable. However, that's no longer an issue. This thing which is that happened today has made it clear Zimbabweans have made a statement, and there's no more need for Zimbabweans to continue making more statements. What is left is the next step, which is the removal of Mnangagwa. And I've said to you that going into Tuesday, we are no longer looking into protests. If Mnangagwa hasn't stepped down, you are going to see him being totally taken out. Totally taken out of the environment, totally taken out, possibly from the earth itself. Mnangagwa could possibly be taken out. So very careful. If you are a member of the Zimbabwe government, if you are a member of ZANU-PF, if you are someone around Mnangagwa circles, this is a critical moment. You are going to get it. You are going to get it, and it's going to happen in front of our eyes. So Ananta Chabzamira, Jenfan, Ananube, if you keep talking, something is going to happen. Something very, very bad is going to happen. We are now at a critical moment right now. And this just changed less than an hour ago. The original statement said, let's go, let's keep protesting. But after what has happened, which is the co-opting of Tagwirei into the ZANU-PF Central Committee with the plan to remove Chiwenga. So the plan was to remove Chiwenga. So they put Tagwirei, they remove Chiwenga. They remove second vice president, and they put Tagwirei. So there'll be two removals. Tagwirei will replace Chiwenga, and then the commander of the defense forces, Valerio Spanda, will replace second vice president Kembo Mohadi. And then we have two people, and I've said it here less than an hour ago, we have two people that are close to Mnangagwa. Mnangagwa leaves, and they still remain with the same crew. Ligananda will remain in office with possibly the taking out of Chiwenga. So the plan here was to target Chiwenga. I've said it last week that they're going to try to go after Chiwenga and replace him with the two people that are friendly. All of you will celebrate and say, Chiwenga is, well, Mnangagwa is gone. And most people will not be too concerned because they're too worried about Mnangagwa. However, the real plan that they have is to keep the Chigananda in office. So if Tagwirei is in office, it's like keeping, removing the angel and putting the devil into office. That is basically the plan that they had here. And so you're going to see another set of massive changes. The key people to look at is Mutamba at the police. This man is right in the sights. They are looking at him. Intelligence with Mangwanya is a bit different. Mangwanya has not done anything. In fact, Zimbabwe intelligence have been working very closely with the people. I've seen evidence that most guys who are intelligence, they are not actually on the side of Mutamba. You can see that Zimbabwe intelligence today was not participating. There was no one in Zimbabwe intelligence chasing people. There was no plainclothes policemen chasing people. So I believe that Fortune Mangwanya is someone not ordered people to be attacked by Zimbabwe intelligence. I've also talked to many guys who are in intelligence and they've not participated in what is happening right now. So there is a possibility that Mangwanya has agreed or is somehow quite comfortable with the change that is taking place. However, Mutamba and the police, they are being accused of attacking protesters. My sources say Mutamba has already left the country. I've said this to you already more than an hour ago. My understanding is that he wrote and approved this letter and then he left the country. So that's my understanding, that Mutamba has already left the country. Mnangagwa, according to additional information I got after my live stream, is either in China or in Dubai. So one of those two countries, that is where Mnangagwa is gone, awaiting this action by Sean Mnangagwa, which is to blow up certain sites in Harare tonight and then start an actual war. So Sean Mnangagwa will then push for a state of emergency, suspend all the constitutional powers, and end up with two vice presidents here, which is Valerio Sibanda and Kuda Tagwirei. So Kuda Tagwirei playing a key role in what is happening. Kuda Tagwirei working with Auxilia Mnangagwa. Auxilia Mnangagwa is still in Zimbabwe right now as we speak. As of this afternoon, Auxilia Mnangagwa was meeting the Japanese in Harare. So it's possible that she's still in Zimbabwe. Or if she's not in Zimbabwe, she just left. So remember, people are moving. People are leaving Zimbabwe. And this has been happening ever since. A lot of people are moving and most of them are flying out of the Zimbabwe Harare International Airport. So what would I do if I was the war veterans? Firstly, I'll shut down that airport so that they don't leave. So I would go to that airport and shut it down or make sure that no one can leave through that airport. I would also shut down the borders. So I'll shut down Bed Bridge, shut down Mutare, shut down Vic Falls, shut down Kariba, and shut down all the other small border posts so that these guys don't leave. I would also go to the house and guard them and make sure that they stay inside. So make sure that these guys don't leave. Right now, they don't leave and they don't move, because I know for a fact that the military is not into this corruption. Now, there's no one in the military who is supporting the stealing of wealth, the stealing of 10 tons of gold from the Zimbabwe Reserve Bank, and also the stealing of 3 billion in Bitcoin that Mnangagwa stole and then lost. Mnangagwa stole 3 billion worth of Bitcoin from the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe, and he lost it in South Africa. So they are failing. They've been trying to recover that 3 billion worth of Bitcoin, but they failed to recover it. And so Mnangagwa, that's why he's hanging around. Him and Tagwirei and a bunch of other people have been conducting high-level, massive fraud on the country of Zimbabwe. They have stolen so much money, but they are not full. Their stomachs are still empty. They want more. So this is crazy, but I do not know what to make of it. Honestly, I need to digest this situation. I need to digest what is going to happen tomorrow. Because don't think Mnangagwa is going to sit there and do nothing. Mnangagwa is not dead. He is there somewhere. Don't think Sean Mnangagwa is going to sit there and do nothing and allow himself to be killed. So what is going to happen is very simple. Tomorrow, we are going to go into an all-out fight. There is all-out fighting taking place. Be very careful. If you are a boss, make sure that you take good care of your employees. Don't make them go in the path of danger. Things are going to happen tonight. Massive things are going to happen tonight. Tomorrow, you're going to see a lot of things. It's not business as usual. This week is going to be the most dangerous week in Zimbabwe. Particularly, skilled children, do not put them in the way of danger. If they can study remotely, let them study remotely. Do not send them to boarding schools. This is very dangerous. It's not a normal situation at all. It's an unexpected turn. But remember what I said about Tuesday. Go back to the videos that I made last week. If Mnangagwa doesn't step down by Monday, what did I say would happen on Tuesday? Go and find out. When I gave the coup update, remember the coup update that I gave from the beach in the Caribbean? You remember that live, what I said there. We are heading towards a dangerous situation. A vacuum will always be filled. There is currently a leadership vacuum in Zimbabwe after Mnangagwa is escaped. However, who is going to fill that vacuum? And what kind of system are we going to have? How long is it going to take before we get stability? And my preference would be to get Chiwenga as soon as possible into office. This is going to fill the vacuum immediately. And that will also be legal. So according to the laws of Zimbabwe, the next person that is going to take over is the acting president. So if Chiwenga was to take over, there will be no vacuum. Everything will work well. But that will require Mnangagwa to step down. That will require an impeachment of Mnangagwa if he refuses to step down. That will also require the citizens of Zimbabwe to participate in an open protest. So that means we'll still have to go back to the street. If Mnangagwa was not to step down and there was need to impeach him, Parliament is currently divided. And remember, there are people who were put in there by Sengezo Shabangu. There were some people who support Mnangagwa. So what we need to do is to then get the whole of Parliament to impeach Mnangagwa, and that means 75%. You are looking here at events that are going to play out this week. A lot of events are going to play out. But this won't end without someone dying. I can assure you, someone is going to drop. And be very careful. Make sure that you're not the one. Geza has already said the protest has been called off. But watch out for your safety. Be very, very safe wherever you are. And be careful because these guys are coming out tonight. Mnangagwa, they're coming out. And they're coming out with a vengeance. So let me look at other things. Right, I think it's all good here. I've got nothing new that I've not said. If anyone wants to say something, let me see what happens. But I know that for a fact, Sean Mnangagwa is now in the sights of the army. He's going to be in a lot of trouble if he continues with what they are accusing him of. Right, I'd like to thank all of you for watching. It's exactly 11:45. So 17 minutes to 11. And you know that I am going to be here in the morning. There is going to be drama and an unimaginable drama is going to take place tonight. I'd like to thank all of you for watching. Please be safe. Do not be a hero. Try to postpone everything this week. If you can stay away from public places, from places that can be bombed, all this kind of thing, stay away from those places. Geza has already called off the protest, but you know what to do. Do not be a hero. Do what you need to do for a family. Right. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. And I'm still looking for some comments here just before I go, because I know that there's a lot that people tell me. Most guys in intelligence, they give me stuff. So let's see if anyone in intelligence has said anything new here. So no one has said anything new. Everyone is afraid. Everyone is afraid. Everyone is looking forward to something drastic happening tonight. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. Let me see you again in the morning and pray that nothing happens overnight that will turn our country upside down. So that is tonight. What will happen? We'll see when we wake up. Let me see if there's any comment of interest. Drones, yes. The drones are from India. So the Indians have come to Zimbabwe with the drones. They came last week, and they're part of the mercenaries. Geza has already mentioned that they're mercenaries in Zimbabwe. So if you're in military, if you're in intelligence, be very much aware, because the technology is very advanced. So watch out for these drones. How do drones work? So drones need a command center. Drones cannot travel for more than 100 kilometers. Drones, well, the ones that they have, drones cannot last more than one night in the air. So those are the things that I'm giving you that are useful. So if you want to catch the drones where they're coming from, just hang around and watch very carefully. There will be a place where they go. They need space to live, and you can easily identify a drone when it's moving around. So if you're in Harare, the drone command center will most likely be in Harare. And so if you look at all the bases, there's one air base where the drones are coming from. So if you want to stop the whole thing, you can then stop it from there. Military must be very careful. They may be bombed in barracks. I don't think they'll bomb the military. Let me tell you what my thinking is regarding what's going to happen. The mercenaries in Zimbabwe, they don't have numbers. Right? They've got small number. So what is their purpose? They are going to go after what we call a high value target. So the purpose of having the mercenaries in Zimbabwe is to go after a high value target. So use that information however you like. So if a high value target, you know what to do. That is what the mercenaries are for. Also, mercenaries have already been paid. So among the mercenaries, there's someone whose job is to make sure they don't run. So find that person whose job is to make sure the mercenaries don't run. And if you eliminate that person, the mercenaries are going to run. Simple. And then, obviously, there is a transfer of power that is going to take place. So expect a sudden resignation from Mnangagwa. If that is his plan, he will just resign or run. But he is going to try to make one of these two people a president, a vice president. So that is Valero Swanda and Tagwirei. So obviously the other side is going to go after the two. So there's going to be an attack on that side also. It's going to be terrible. What you're going to see tonight is going to be very, very terrible. Okay. So the drones that are good or dangerous, the drones are very bad. They are used to find out what the soldiers are doing, what the Chiwenga is doing, what Geza is doing, what the protesters are doing. That is the purpose of the drones. As long as you see the drones, it means Mnangagwa still has influence. So if you see the drones in Zimbabwe, the drones that you're seeing right now, they are not from the opposition. They are from Mnangagwa side, from the Indians. So as long as those drones are there, then you are going to make sure that Mnangagwa still has some form of influence. And the mercenaries are going to run if whoever is controlling them is taken out. Let's look at the comments of Trinity. Sorry about this. Let me turn off my camera. The claim that Zimbabwean president lost 3 billion is worth of Bitcoin is highly questionable and lacks credibility. Zimbabwe is no regulated framework for cryptocurrency, making it unlikely that such a massive amount would be held by government official. Additionally, 40,000 Bitcoin would place someone among the top 10 Bitcoin holders globally, which is unrealistic given Zimbabwe's slow crypto adoption. I think you don't understand what I'm talking about. And I need to explain to you how Mnangagwa lost these billions. So the man that you're looking at here, sorry, that's Chiwenga. So let me show you the man I'm looking for. The man I'm looking for is Dr. Skosana. So Dr. Skosana is the richest man in Zimbabwe after he acquired billions and billions of Bitcoin. Earlier in 2024, Dr. Skosana lost 3 billion worth of Bitcoin in South Africa. So if you go to gambaku.com and you type Bitcoin billionaire, You are going to see that when he went to South Africa, he asked someone to recover Bitcoin. However, that person also stole the Bitcoin after he recovered them. And they kidnapped that person and brought him to Harare. So I'm trying to go into my screens here. So find Bitcoin billionaire. You go to Gambako and say Bitcoin billionaire. Right. Okay. So I think with a South African Bitcoin billionaire with 4 billion, and I was Zimbabwean. Unfortunately, I can't do this now and Google and search. But if you type Skosana, you're going to see that Dr. Skosana lost these billions. Then he was brought to Zimbabwe after being kidnapped in South Africa. So follow what I'm saying very carefully. This is very important. Mnangagwa has lost billions because he's not competent. So Mnangagwa is not competent. Mnangagwa is used to stealing small amounts. Bitcoin grows exponentially. So if you buy Bitcoin worth 1 million, it can easily go into huge amounts. So let's now go to the video, which I did during the time. So I want to show you the video that I did. So that is me there. Zimbabwe crypto billionaire kidnapped in South Africa. So the number might be crazy, but he owns a lot of money. He was kidnapped. Go and watch this video, which I did here. This thing is not small. It's big. He was kidnapped with his wife, Sekai Aldefa Skosana, and he's from Berengwa, the rural home of Mnangagwa, and they still haven't recovered the Bitcoin. This is part of the loot that Mnangagwa has taken, which Geza is talking about. They don't just steal farms. The Reserve Bank has been looted, and there's nothing left. They've stolen $10 billion worth of gold. And Mnangagwa. That is why they're able to hire mercenaries. That is why they're able to hire Indians. That is why they're able to do all these things that they're doing. Mnangagwa is a very dangerous person. He's got wealth, billions and billions of wealth to use to crush anyone. And the man that you are seeing right now on the screen is currently in Zimbabwe because he's lost all that money. But Geza, what Geza is doing is very, very important. And you need to support him. You need to support the military. You need to support this to the end so that we don't end up with a failed state or a banana republic. So what Geza are doing is for the good of the nation, and it's not for themselves, like he said. And support it. The man that they are removing is very bad. Mnangagwa is very bad. Okay, what happened? The 15 billion that disappeared, that's another amount. That is how they bought the Bitcoin. Mnangagwa, they're wealthy. They've got a lot of money out of the country. They have done a lot. So let's not play with these guys. They are going to fight back, and it's going to be very dirty. So the next 3 days, some of the worst days that we're going to see. Okay. What do you think, guys? I've done enough here. 33 minutes on top of the other 33 minutes. Let me go and rest and then come back here in the morning to give you an update. Tonight, something is going to go down, and it's going to be extremely life-changing. For now, I would suggest you keep your kids from going to school. Headmasters, keep your schools closed. If you're a shop owner, assess the situation and follow the instructions by Geza. He says there's issued a statement. I have not seen the statement. So let's look at the statement by Geza, Blessed Geza. Let's see if there's a statement on his actual page. Right. So here there is no statement here that I'm seeing. I don't know if I'm missing it, but I'm not seeing any statement besides the actual video statement that is issued. So I'm not seeing any new statement from Geza. So all I'm seeing is the update, the 31 March update. Okay. This is amazing. And it's a day that we need to sit down, sit back, reflect, and digest what has happened. Thank you very much, everyone. And thank you for your support. Thank you for coming out. And thank you for showing great care for our country. We are going into a very difficult period. And I wish everyone here great luck, so that they come out on the other side and not end up 6 feet under. Because those Jaitika, someone is going to drop. Mnangagwa has already left. Let's see who is next. Thank you very much for watching, and a good night.